Hi there, Mike with Man Bluff, and M14, 8-4, we're getting draft. Exciting. Immediately I see Charging Griffin because it's shiny and beautiful, and look at that Griffin in all of its glory with its 3 foots. Just charging and shiny, so insult to injury. Not only did you get pecked out by a pretty bird, but I see Colonia Tusker, and Colonia Tusker is pretty sweet. I like it the best here. Granted, I'm passing some fairly decent green cards, but I want to start off with Colonia Tusker if I can, because green is nasty. It's my the more I've played, the more I end up liking green. And like I said, I'm shipping some good green, but also shipping some good red. And hey, someone maybe be thinking like me with that pretty Charging Griffin. Otherwise, the pack was a little meh. These cards, not so meh. Young Pyromancer is pretty cool. I like my bears with a little bit of upside. But what else do I see? Another Charging Griffin. I don't even look at Traumatized because who cares? Griffin Sentinel's pretty sweet. Canyon Minotaur's just solid. Ring Flesh, okay. Dark Favor, meh. So really it's a Young Pyromancer if I want to start doing things. This plus all the other things that start getting my sack outlets going on. Disperse is awesome if I can get it. Charging Griffin's good. Griffin Sentinel's pretty decent. And Canyon Minotaur. Oh, all of these things have put me into a second color unless I just pick Giant Spider. Giant Spider's good, but I'll get it later. Or do I just want to pick up a Young Pyromancer here? I did pass the red, the Thorncaster Elemental, or whatever, the sliver that makes your slivers do other slivery things by tapping them. I'll pick the Young Pyromancer here. There's some upside in the form of, oh look. Well, let's make this sacrifice deck. Do I want myself a Barrage of the Expendables or a Bubbling Cauldron? Or a Ring of 3 Wishes. I mean, I can get my wishes going on. I can search my library for a card and put it into my hand. I really don't. I mean, I'd honestly prefer like Bubbling Cauldron to this, and I could start getting my sacrifice on. Young Pyromancer. Barrage of the Expendables. This is actually kind of tough. I don't know if Bubbling Cauldron is better here or Barrage of the Expendables is. I think, honestly, the Bubbling Cauldron is slightly better, especially because of the kind of craziness I can start getting to happen with it. That being said, there's not much exciting going on. Tidebinder Mage, the double blue, no thank you. Really, the pick here might just be Altar's Reap, because it's got a sacrifice, little sub-theme going on there. It's in black, and I really don't even care about Dragon Hatchling. Granted, naturalizes foil. Yeah, let's go big. Festering Newt. Do I got the combo happening? Yep, I'm going for it. Black red sack. Master version's pretty sweet. Time Ebb, not bad, but Festering Newt here, and into Goblin Shortcutter, Corpse Hauler. Corpse Hauler is going to be a little bit better because I can start rebuying my things. Corpse Hauler it is. And Flesh Pulper Giant for my late game if I need it. Sanguine Blood. I've got myself a Bubbling Cauldron into a Sanguine Blood, a 2-card combo that requires things to happen. I mean, that sounds pretty fun. I'm somewhat tempted to pick it up just to see if I can make it work. I mean, I'll get a Flesh... Yeah. I was going to say, I'll get a Flesh Pulper Giant. I don't really care. Rod of Ruin, because I could foreseeably end up paying that. Yes! Oh, life is so good because I got the foil Charging Griffin back. Yes, foil Charging Griffin. Then again, could I go black-white thing with gaining life? I do have the Bubbling Cauldron, the Rod of... No, it's the Charging, and another Charging Griffin. Just so that foil Swamp, of course I'm doing that. Someone else unfortunately picked up the Barrage of the Expendables. which is unfortunate. That should have been maybe something I thought about a little bit more. Barrage of Expendables, someone's more likely to pick that up, potentially even out of the like dedicated sacrifice deck, than someone who's Bubbling Cauldron. But that being said, look at that. Festering Newt, Bubbling Cauldron. I have the things I need. And I mean 2 Charging Griffins back up. This deck looks pretty sweet so far. I mean, it's not really a deck, and who knows, it might end up sucking, but Young Pyromancer plus I've got spells. I can start pooping elementals to sacrifice to the great. Staff of the Flame Magus. Demolish, I might play it. I could destroy an artifact or a land, whatever. Do I want to smelt? Or do I want to siege Mastodon? Just pick up all the white things? I'll just pick up smelt. Sun Magus! Let's hide that. Let's hide a smelt. I know I've got it. Let's hide demolish. I know I've got it. Forest. Oh, you bet your sweet patoots I'm playing this swamp. This beautiful foil beauty. Bit redundant. Liliana's Reaver. Wow, there's some good cards. There's a lot of good cards in this pack. Claustrophobia, Warden, Sarah Angel. I am white already. But Liliana's Reaver is really good. Claustrophobia. Wow, lots of decent blue. Someone's getting gifted with the blue. That's fine. I'll be cutting black, I guess, coming back around the other way. But Liliana's Reaver is great. I know I'm going to be playing black, and this card's awesome. Anything else to note? What I might get back? I think all the blue is going to be gone. Maybe not. That would be sad if it wasn't. I would love to have... Geez, all 4 of the blue cards are awesome here. Time of being at the bottom, but it's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I get like Verdant Haven, Mind Rot. But let's see, let's get some spells, some Barrage of the Expendables. What else do I want? I will take a Shock here. That's great. Shock is exactly the kind of thing that I like. I know I'm probably want to be in red anyway. I'd love to get a Canyon Minotaur later. I'd love another Corpse Hauler. But other than that, these not particularly exciting. Maybe late game I might want a Minotaur Abomination, but I'll end up getting it. Shock though. Shockingly efficient. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't ever do those things. No, I'm gonna do that. I say that more often than not, that I'm never gonna do those things again, but it's just me. I'm gonna do those things. And the gifts kind of continue. I get a Quag Sickness. I'm gonna have Swamps. I'm gonna be a Removally. Dragon Egg is good. Blood Baron though, it's exactly the kind of card that I want. Do I pick up? I have a feeling I will get this Blood Baron back, especially even given what else is in the pack. Quag Sickness though, I might not get back. His removal spell, I'm gonna kind of need it. This is, I mean, I would also take this Academy Raider. That's fine too. Dragon Egg's good. Oh, is this a foil Traumatized? That looks kind of cool. I think the pick here though is the Quag Sickness, just because I don't necessarily know how the removal is going to be going. Then again, I don't really have that many creatures. You know, I'm going to hide these Charging Griffins, hide this Colonia Tusker. 4 creatures. Yep, Quag Sickness. And more decisions. A Barrage of the Expendables, a Gnawing Zombie, a Blood Baron. Wow. Wild Ricochet. That card I don't really particularly want. I mean, it might be cool, but the Altar Sweep for sack. Blood Baron's good. Gnawing Zombie. I also want Barrage of the Expendables, but I want this too. Wow. Gnawing Zombie. I'm a little bit lighter on creatures, and I get another Festering Newt, which I will take. I'll have 2 Festering Newts. Will I have 3 Festering Newts? Yes, I'll have 3 Festering Newts. I'm probably only going to play 2 of the Festering Newts. Because now decision: Academy Raider or Goblin Shortcutter. My 2 drops, I'm okay. I'll take the Academy Raider because I'm probably going to want that ability. Child of Night's good. Diabolic Tutor is going to be something that I might end up needing, though. But Child of Night to kind of stave off the early game ouches. Both of the Ancient. This is turning into, I'm going to start needing some spells to make my Young Pyromancer be sweet. But so far, foil Traumatized? Man, I'm just getting gifted these beautiful foil cards. What are people? And gifted a Barrage of the Expendables. Yeah, you know, I can see these things happening. I am kind of wishing, oh, I guess a Swamp was picked for me. That's fine. I'll pick up Leyland here. And Plains. I'm kind of wishing I did have a Blood Baron. You know, this Quag Sickness is going to be sweet. Obviously, I'm more black than I am anything else. Goblin Diplomats. Yes, please. Battle Sliver's sweet too. But Goblin Diplomats is... Man, I'm just getting all of the things that I need in order to make this awesome. Active Treason, I'm going to want those. But Goblin Diplomats is good. Do I want another Bubbling Cauldron? 2 Bubbling Cauldrons? I mean, I'm going to pick this one here because the foil one is way better than the regular one. I don't want 2. I don't want a Dragon Hatchling. Shiv's Embrace would be sweet, but I'm going to be sacrificing things. So it's not quite as good. Cool, record. Just want to make sure. Yes, Deathgaze Crocodrus. I need these kind of creatures, unfortunately. Banisher Priest would be sweet to have. Clone. Can I splash the blue for the clone? I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. Steal their bomb. Or do I want just another? No, I'm gonna keep my mana safe and take a Deathgaze Cockatrice. I do not have that many spells. What do I have? Sanguine Bonnet's enchantment doesn't even count for Pyromancer. Mind Rot, Altar's Reap. Mind Rot, Altar's Reap. That's great. Child of Night or a Goblin Shortcutter? Honestly, the Child of Night's just better. That's what I'm gonna pick. Kind of, unfortunately, fell a little bit short when it came to the another Festering Newt. I don't need that. Active Treason, though, is something I need, and I would like to. I'll take another. Undead Minotaur, though, is something I will definitely take. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. See, the thing is, Vile Rebirth, because I'm sacrificing things, it's going to end up turning on. I don't have any... Let's cost sort this. I don't really have 3-drops, so I'm going to take the Undead Minotaur just because I'm going to need that type of thing. My 2-drops are sweet. The Undead Minotaur is going to be good. Shrivel. Shrivel. Do I want to shrivel things? I'll take it. I don't think I'm going to be using it. I will take another Active Treason, though. I have, if you include, let's hide the shrivel, 2 Bubbling Cauldrons, a Barrage of the Expendables. Let me see, what do I have? I have 2 Bubbling Cauldrons, Altar's Reap, Gnawing Zombie, 1, Bubbling Cauldron, 2, Altar's Reap, 3, maybe even 2 Bubbling Cauldrons. A Barrage of the Expendables, that makes 5 just so far. With the Active Treasons, yeah, I think this is where I want to be. Vile Rebirth, I'm gonna pick it here once again to kind of up my count. I don't want any of these. A Duress maybe for the sideboard. A Shimmering Grotto just because I could have taken the Hex. Another Mind Rot, no thank you, but you know, I'll have it there. Let's hide the lands. What's that put me at? 27. I'm going to hide one of the Festering Newts. Oh, let's hide the Duress. Puts me at 26. Hide a Festering Newt. Puts me at 25. And then I have to make 2 more cuts. Here's another Smelt. Cut a Mind Rot, son of the Sun Magus. I'm going to cut the Rod of Ruin. Sanguine Bond. Am I going to get there? Yeah, let's main deck the Sanguine Bond. You know, I have how do I have ways to gain life. It's largely do nothing though. Let me see. What's this gonna be? It's do nothing unless I have bubbling cauldrons or but with 3 festering newts, 2 bubbling cauldrons, this is gonna be going off. Am I gonna be able to get to 5 reliably though? Let's see. We'll see after deck building's done. Alright, so this is what I'm at. I've got 22 cards. I've decided to just play the Sanguine Bond. Why not? It'll be fun. My other choices were, say, Mind Rot, maybe a Shrivel, Duress, but I'm just playing those merely to get a Young Pyromancer trigger. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for the Young Pyromancer, which is, albeit not all that much, but nonetheless, it's extra that I'm going to be getting from the Young Pyromancer, which is sweet. 1, 2, 3 repeatable sack outlets. Well, 4 with a gnawing zombie. 4 repeatable sack outlets. I've got the Altar's Reap for additional card draw. Active Treason to, of course, become my removally spells. Into my sweet kill things. 3 Festering Newts. I'm playing all 3 because I do have the 2 Bubbling Cauldrons. Those are probably going to be going off a little bit more than they would not be. The Child of Knights are going to be pretty sweet. They're going to be able to help me stabilize a little bit. Let's see if this ends up working. So for the Sanguine Bond, granted it's at 5, but if I still got a Child of Night out, it ends up doing a little bit of work, help finishing them off. Gnawing Zombie, it'll do a little bit additional work. Granted, it's not all that great, but hey, try it out. I've got it. What else? Bubbling Cauldron plus a Festering Newt if I get it out there. That's what with the Bubbling Cauldron, lose 4 life, I gain 8 life. Or I gain 4 life, so then I will gain another 4 and they'll lose 4. I mean, granted, Magical Christmas Land, but I'm almost approaching Magical Christmas Land with, Trip Festering Newts, double Bubbling Cauldron. It could happen. It could definitely happen. So, like an 8-point life swing with the Sanguine Bond out? Hey, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, well, whatever. I'm having fun. So, let's color sort. I'm primarily swampies. I could easily see a 10-7, but let's see what Moto says. 12-5, not gonna happen. I'll go up to 10-7. The extra swamp is gonna be pretty sweet for, say, what's the guy? It's the extra Quag Sickness. Done. Here we go. See you in round 1. Let's see if Black Red Sacrifice is a thing.